His brightly colored clothes are draped in loose folds about him, and his hat hangs askew, hiding his eyes in shadows. Without hesitation, he walks up to your table and stands proudly in a wide stance with folded arms. In an accented voice, he says, "I have been sent to deliver you a message. If you be creatures of honor, you will come to my master's aid at first light. It is not advisable to travel the woods at night." He pulls from his tunic a sealed letter addressed to all of you in beautiful flowing script. He drops the letter on the table, and it says, "Take the west road from here some 5 hours' march down through the Svalak woods, and there you will find my master in Barovia." And amid the silent stares of the patronage, the gypsy strides to the bar and says to the wary barkeep, "Fill the glasses, one and all. Their throats are obviously parched." And he drops a heavy purse laden with gold on the bar, and with that he turns and leaves. The babble of tavern voices resumes, although somewhat subdued, and the letter is lying before you. The seal on the crest is in a shape you don't recognize.
Well, might as well open it, find out what it is about.
And that is this handout right here. It reads, "Hail to thee of might and valor. I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thy so desperately needed assistance. The love of my life, Irina Kolyana, has been afflicted by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. She languishes from her wound, and I would have her saved from this menace. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellows, if thou shalt but answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for her time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine. Signed, Kolyan Indirovich, Burgomaster."
Well, money's always nice. And, it's just one missing person. Nothing we're incapable of solving.
So the gypsy said to travel at first light, and that it wasn't advisable to travel the woods at night. Do you want to heed his advice? Rooms at the inn here, which is located a few miles outside the town of Daggerford, are 1 gold a night.
Well, you're already here. I'm down to stay.
Would be better if we stay the night and wait.
I'd be down to stay. I'm a little short on gold, though.
Is it 1 gold per room per night?
It would be 1 gold for all 7 of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody have any gold for rooms?
I have 1 gold. Exactly 1, and not more.
I can.
I got gold.
Very good.
Yeah, so I guess we stay the night. Do I actually have 1 gold? I do! Haha!
All right, so we're staying the night. Everybody gets the benefit of a long rest. And we arrive at the first light. And you want to do as the letter suggests, or as the gypsy suggested, and travel west on the road some 5 hours?
Depends. How far away is another campaign? No.
Yeah, what happens if you go east? You hit the edge of the matrix if you go east.
Road trip it is.
All right.
Go east.
Okay, I'm looking for something and not finding it. I apologize for the delay here, but after some hours of travel down this road, you're on foot, and a fog rises. First off, in the distance, the woods are very dense on the side, and travel by anything except on the road would be very difficult terrain indeed. But this mist, which starts off, hundreds of yards in the distance, slowly closes in on you. And eventually you're completely caught up in it, and it gets so thick that you're having trouble even seeing each other.
This does not seem particularly natural.
Not necessarily.
An ill omen indeed.
So, did you want to take any kind of precautions so as not to lose each other in the mist, or perhaps even just hunker down and stop traveling until it passes, or just press forward?
Who's got ropes?
I got him. I got a good 50 feet of rope. We can all.
So are you
Hi,
doing like
Trevor.
a little rope chain like kindergartners do?
Yeah. Our ropes are not bad.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Put the halfling to save on link. Put it on some. Put her, them. Sorry.
I'll just hang on to the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say put it on somebody's shoulders.
All right, so you take some precautions about getting separated in the mist, and really it's at the point where you can't even see your own feet. So walking, even with the rope, is impossible. But after some moments of that, the mist begins to recede back away from you, and slowly. You can start to see each other again, and you are standing near some black pools of water that are along the muddy roadway that was just dry moments before, but now is muddy, and there are giant trees looming on both sides of the road, their branches clawing at the mist as it recedes.
This is most ominous.
So I think everybody should be able to see where we are now. I moved us onto a map. You only have a small little window of visibility on the very most eastern portion of that map as you are exploring unfamiliar territory. The scale on this map is that every hex is a quarter mile. So you can see about 3/4 of a mile ahead on the road that there is a large structure looming in the distance. You can even see it from back here. I'll give you a view from what it looks like a little closer up. But the fog has receded, and that is now what you see ahead of you.
Does anyone recognize this architecture?
I was just gonna say, I've traveled this road before. I don't recognize this.
Anybody trained in history?
No.
No.
Great
Yes.
religion. Which is like really specific history. That's-
Oh, isn't Murmur trained in history?
Yeah, but I thought we had talked in our session that I would be joining a little later.
Oh, that's right. I'm forgetting that you're not there yet.
I'm not there yet. I am, to answer your question, but I am not with the group yet.
Right. Okay, oops. All right. So, any reason not to keep marching forward? Anybody objected to the plan of walking towards these big gates?
Just out of curiosity, turning and looking back the way we came, what do we see?
Very interesting. So, when you turn back and you look west, the misty, the mist has receded, but in the direction of the west, it actually is still there. Probably just a half mile is until it's completely opaque again. So you are at a misty border. If you wanted to travel west, you would have to enter a wall of mist.
Okay.
And you are completely free to do so if you want to experiment.
No, that's okay.
Was that too obvious? All right. So, again, any objection to moving forward?
No.
All right. So as you crawl forward, the fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. And ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework, and dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet, and they greet you only with silence.
Where do you suppose their heads went?
Well, they fell off, and they're now lying at their feet, so it's like they crumbled.
Oh. I thought we were having some sort of vandalism issue here.
Yeah. I think if you look at that handout there, you
Oh, I
can
see.
Oh, yeah, it's on the ground.
Okay. Problem. Mystery solved. 10 experience points apiece.
Is there any kind of writing on the gates or on the statues?
So to get close enough to read any writing on the gates, you have to walk forward, and when you do so, the gates swing open at your approach, screeching on the hinges as they move.
That will definitely make me pause and stop walking towards the gates and put my hand on my sword. Does this normally happen to the rest of you when you approach gates?
Not
Can't
at
say
night.
it does.
That hasn't happened yet.
Well, I have to say I'm curious what's on the other side.
right. Do you step through?
Assuming other people are stepping through with me, yes.
All right. Somebody's got to go first, though, right?
If you want, I'll go first.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right, then I'm just going to walk up and step through the gate.
All right. You are now standing on the other side, completely unharmed.
I'm just going to take a look around, like right when I step through, and just scan the area.
Nothing of note.
Well, it's a gate.
Yep.
It looks clear on this end.
Nobody opened it? On that side?
Nobody that I can see.
Hello? Anyone here?
I wasn't going to do that.
Guess anyone here. Maybe it's some sort of new magical convenience thing that they've started, where we'll keep the gates closed to everyone, travelers on the road, open automatically. I hear that's going to be something big. Or maybe
So one by one, you eventually trickle through this gate, and nothing comes of it. But as you do ride away further to the west, you hear the screeching of the hinge once more as the gate has now closed itself.
I hope it opens both ways.
Do you want to go back and find out?
I might as well test it.
Okay, it doesn't open.
Well, looks like we're stuck on our current path, guys.
Welcome to Hotel California.
You know what? Why don't I give you inspiration for that one? That was a good one. Any joke that inspires true laughter gets inspiration. I'm also a sucker for puns. All right. So as you continue the trek west, towering trees whose tops are lost in the heavy gray mist black out all but a death gray light. It's completely overcast. You can't see the sun at all. The tree trunks are also unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of a forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. And that is when you catch the scent of death on the air.
death.
Meaning the scent of like rotting corpses?
Right.
Mm.
So let me see here. Looks like Safina is the one who really notices it first, and has and can follow the stench to its source.
Oh, gross. I think it's coming from this way.
The foul scent leads you to a human corpse, half buried in the underbrush about 15 feet from the road. The young man appears to be a commoner. His muddy clothes are torn and raked with claw marks. Crows have been at the body, which is surrounded by paw prints. The man has obviously been dead for several days, and he holds a crumpled envelope in one hand.
Interesting.
I'll pick up the envelope.
The letter has a large B set into its wax seal. The parchment is worn and flimsy.
A large V or B?
B as in boy.
Okay.
I'll very gingerly open it up.
Okay. It reads as follows: Hail thee of might and valor. I, the Burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years the creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power, that the devil might be contained within the walls of the weeping Barovia. Leave us our sorrows to our graves, and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we have all departed for a better life. Signed, Kolyan Indirovich, Burgomaster.
Is that the same guy that wrote our letter?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's 2 different letters.
What if it's the same daughter? She's really having a bad go of it.
So I hear, come in and get what you need and get some money.
There certainly is something curious going on here, worthy of exploration. Does anyone know anything about wounds? Those ones look fairly disgusting, but can we learn anything about what killed this individual?
I mean, I can try and take a look at him. I've done my share of.
Yeah, I got a little bit of background in medicine. Take a look.
Anybody wants to make a medicine check? Particularly if you're trained in it, which
Right
I
ahead.
think Bardor is.
Yep. Is that something you're supposed to... Where do you do that at?
So you're on D&D Beyond, right?
Yep.
All right. So, what you want to do... I'm just calling up your character sheet now. So, if you...
Oh, I just clicked it and it said 25.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so you figured it out before I could explain it. All right. Do you have the Beyond 20 plugin?
I have it on a separate computer
You might
that I'm using it.
You might need to install Beyond 20 on this computer to use from D&D. But
Okay.
25 is what we'll go with since that's what you rolled. What is your plus to that? +5, right? So you got a...
I got a 20 now that I look at it.
Yeah, you critted on it. So excellent, excellent job there.
That worked.
So
works
the
pretty neat.
medicine check tells you that he was killed by what looks like wolves, but they were unusually large wolves. Like wolves the sizes of horses.
They might have a really big wolf problem.
And
Like a lot of...
with that, you hear the howling of a lone wolf off in the distance.
Not like a barn in the wolf form.
So, anything else you wanted to do with this body? Give him a proper
Well-
burial, or just leave him in the underbrush?
I was just going to say, it seems like we should probably bury him.
I agree, but we should have some people keeping a watch on it if those wolves come back.
I will gladly keep watch.
All right.
And Dan,
So
with that, I'll summon my familiar from its pocket dimension, and it's an owl, and I'll just have it instructed to go sort of fly up into the upper canopy of trees nearby, just to keep an eye out as well.
Okay. All right. So it takes you an hour of time to give the body a quick burial. But after an hour, it's done. And if there's nothing else you want to do you want to continue on the road west? I'm not hearing any objections, so we will go. Now you go another mile down the road, and as you kind of emerge from the denseness of the forest here, you are in these farmlands and pasture lands that apparently lie outside of the village. You can see a few miles up ahead. You can see the river flowing as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley. The river is about 50 foot wide, it looks like. Actually, can you even see it? Yeah, you
Yep.
can. You
Yeah, just a little bit.
barely can, right? Who is this? Let me look at the lighting here. Oh,
Is anyone?
Explorer mode. I should have had Explorer mode on. Let me backtrack here.
Have any of you heard of this place called Barovia?
I'm back.
Yeah, I definitely haven't.
All right, that should fill in the map now. I didn't have Explorer mode enabled, so it wasn't leaving it filled in behind you as you moved.
Okay.
So there we go. That fixes that. So yeah, and it's as you are coming through these farmlands. You can see some houses up ahead, and there are two children standing in the middle of the otherwise lifeless road, and they're apparently upset about something, but they're standing outside of a manor house. Looks like it's got like 4 floors, or 3 floors, and an attic. And the older girl appears to be trying to console the younger boy.
These are human children?
Right, here's a picture of the house.
Very nice.
And here's a very art stylized picture of the children. Not that they're not like drawn to be like super Addams Family creepy in that picture, but
Could use a fix up.
so these children are just there, and then the girl sees you and she begins flagging you down.
I'm gonna go over and just walk over to her.
Mm.
After shushing the boy, the girl turns to you and says, "There's a monster in our house." And she then points to a tall brick row house that has seen better days. Its windows are dark, and it has a gated portico on the ground floor. The rusty gate is slightly ajar. The houses on either side look abandoned, their windows and doors all boarded up.
Is it just you two? Do you have anybody else in the house?
They say it's mommy and daddy and the baby.
And the baby. What kind of monster are we talking about?
We don't know. We've only heard it.
And what did it sound like?
Roar!
Oh, that does sound scary. All right. Well, you two stay here. I'm going to talk to my friends over there, see if we can help.
Okay.
So, what do you guys think about this house?
It's definitely
Creepy.
not very nice looking.
Flask of oil and a flame.
What did the children say?
Well, they said that there's a monster in their house, along with their parents and a baby.
Baby Walter. That's the name I was blanking on. Baby Walter.
I have a baby Walter in the house.
Right.
Well, do we want to help, or what do we want to do?
I mean, I vote to help, but I don't want to drag you guys into something, unless you're willing.
Well, these are the first people we've encountered in this weird place, so maybe we should make some friends.
It seems worthy of investigation.
Don't see anything else to do.
Might as well be a big sign that says adventure this way.
One consideration, if we wanted to take a few minutes here, I could consult my spellbook, and that would allow me to determine the magical nature of things that we saw on the house or inside.
Certainly, yeah, if you want to take some minutes to prepare. Now the mist is back, and it's closed in a little bit around you, but it's not completely blinding you. But walking towards you out of the mist, you can see, is it a black wedding dress? Remember?
Blackish gray, yeah.
Blackish gray. So there's a figure emerging from the mists that again is wearing a blackish gray wedding gown.
Full veil and everything. I imagine she's holding a torch, just kind of slowly making her way.
Sure.
Along the road?
Yes.
Yeah, she's definitely heading to the house as soon as she sees it.
And this is where we introduce our final character to the game.
Yeah, I think she's gonna walk up to the house and just kind of look at the group standing there and be like, do any of you live here?
In this house?
Yes.
No.
Are you from here?
Where is here, I guess is the question.
Yes, that's what I am getting at.
We're all as confused as you, apparently.
So you don't know where we are?
That
How strange. This has been... She kind of just stares at the house, and I guess she'll look at the kids and ask, are you locals? Are you with them?
No, but we live here.
Does that not make you locals?
What's local?
Where are you from?
I can't remember. I just know it wasn't like this.
Now, can you describe your appearance? What are they seeing underneath this veiled?
That's the thing. They
countenance?
can't see much.
Okay.
I mean, nothing really sticks out other than he seems humanoid. It's like average build, average height. Nothing really sticks out.
Is she carrying? Are you carrying a weapon of any sort, or is it just a wedding dress and a torch?
It's like a wedding dress. I have a backpack. You can tell I've got some stuff in there. Looks a little haphazardly packed. But, yeah, she's just, the only thing she's really holding is the torch, and you can't really see, because of how the dress is so dark, like, what's underneath.
Well, this
Right.
morning that would have seemed very strange, but given everything that's happened in between, sort of seems right at home.
So what
Right,
party were
right.
you at last night?
Party? I don't know what you mean.
So the children are imploring you, please, please. Our parents have never been gone this long before.
Kind of cocks her head at them and goes, parents? What parents?
And they just point to the house.
We were actually planning on handling that, if you want to join us.
I guess this is my first real sense of anything.
So you might as well join Scoob in the gang for a mystery.
Yep, just tagging along. She doesn't really fight it.
All right, we'll see what's under that wedding dress later, but
That's what she said.
right? So the kids are again imploring you to go in. The entrance is a wrought iron gate with hinges on one side and lock on the other. The gate is unlocked and its rusty hinges shriek when it moves. Oil lamps hang from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors that you can see. I actually have a map for this. I can move you.
Do we want to take a few minutes to prepare, or is the urgency such that we should head straight in? What say you all?
The kids' vote is that it's urgent.
Of course it's
Do you want us just maybe scout around the house before we run through the door?
It's a great idea. I can take care of that, and I'll summon my familiar who has a name, but I forget what it is, and I'll send him around the house, and I'll peer through his eyes as he flies around the house, which I can do up to 100 feet.
All right, is everybody everybody should be dropped and seeing where we are on this new map?
Yep.
All right, and dynamic lighting looks like it's working, so you can literally see just what you can see. You can peer in the windows of the first floor. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those window lines so that you can see inside the house a little bit. And you can feel free to go around the back of the house as well. If you want to get a sense of your owl's bird's eye view from around the property.
Okay. All right. Okay, when the owl, or I'll sort of narrate as the owl flies around,
Sure.
that there's a dining room at the back. There doesn't seem to be anything else around the house. Everything seems quiet.
Right. dining room had a resplendent feast of meats, fruits, and cheeses laid out upon the table. And there were 8 high-backed chairs that you could see in there. Now, this room that you can see in the front is more of a den. It looks like an oak-paneled room, like a hunter's den. And mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head, and there are a couple of stuffed wolves in there. But you don't see any people. I suppose, Caladrin, I'm gonna, because your bird would be able to see in through the 2nd and 3rd floor. I'm gonna drop you around and open the windows there too, so you can.
Okay.
You don't see any people though.
Okay.
That's important to note.
Okay. So I'll report that the 2nd floor seems to have like a concert hall, I think that is, with a piano.
Right.
And a fireplace. So that's the 2nd floor, and there's no windows on the back.
Yeah, there was
To be
some
seen
on the
through.
back. Yep.
Oh, there were?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
In the back, it opened to a library.
Okay. Okay. Yep, so I've seen the 2nd floor.
All right, I'm going to throw you on over to the 3rd floor.
Pixel's going to ask the child her name. What's your name, child, and what's your parents' names?
She is Rose, Rosavelda, and her brother is Thorn, short for Thornbolt. Let me delete those windows. I don't think I've deleted the windows yet.
Okay.
One,
I'm just
two.
having fun tooling around the building, so don't worry about it.
All right. Well, that's the fun of having a familiar. You can do reconnaissance.
Now, on the 3rd floor, I do think there's some sort of creature that I can see. I don't know if I am supposed to see that or not.
A 3rd floor creature you can see. Okay. All right, I see that. Yes. There is a specter in the 3rd floor that you can see. It's a specter of a servant, like a maid or a nanny, and she is standing facing the corner of the room. But you being outside the house, she's not bothering you.
Okay. That's freaky. And then I'll again narrate that. And in the back bedroom, I think I also see a creature laying on a bed.
So what that is that is a creature that has hung themselves, and they are suspended from the canopy of the bed, and they are lying or in the noose, motionless.
Okay, so having seen all that, and again, I will have narrated all that. When the owl comes back, I'll draw my sword and say, if there is a child in this house, I think it's imperative that we get in there immediately.
All right.
Makes sense to me.
I tell the dog to stay with the kids.
Oh, do we have to drop a dog? Let me drop a dog. I forgot you had a dog. All right, there we go. There's your dog. All right, so did I move everybody back?
Yeah.
We all back down. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that is what your reconnaissance was able to tell you.
Something tells me multiple. Well, I mean, it's not something you told me that.
So Rose and Thorn say their mother and father are Gustav and Elizabeth, and of course baby Walter. and they just keep crying about the monster that they could hear coming from the basement.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself
Okay.
and go to the front door and say, again, if there's a child in this house, we should move quickly.
All
And
right.
then I'll sort of bravely open the door, but in a way that I step out of the way and maybe invite someone else to go in first.
Sure. As you open the set of double doors at the front of the house, I think everybody can see that now that I've opened the door, right? Or if you can't, you just might move your token a little bit more in this direction. You can see. But hanging on the south wall of this foyer is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms. It's a stylized golden windmill on a red field. And they're flanked by framed portraits of stony-faced looking aristocrats and mahogany-framed double doors leading from the foyer into the rest of the house lie just a few feet away. But nothing in the foyer other than what you'd expect in a foyer.
Okay, so when he does that, I'll go ahead and drop my backpack.
Yeah,
then-
leave my backpack outside as well.
I love it. I love it.
All right, so yeah, I'll drop my backpack, and then I'll just start stepping up to the door, and I will gingerly take a step through.
All right.
I'll follow right behind. Everybody's gonna think we're twins. This is gonna be really weird.
Yeah, I know.
Chris, your dog's name is Spaz?
Yep.
All right. I'm giving you Spaz.
I'll follow behind the two of them.
All right. So you got this door into the house proper. Anybody gonna open it? You can just step on up, move your token up to the door to open it.
I'll go through. Is this room tiny? Good enough for 6 people?
Yeah. So a wide hall runs the width of the house, with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. The wood-paneled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs.
So many windmills.
Right? So that puts you into this room here, right? There are several doors out of this room. I'll go ahead and open this one here to the den down the bottom, and this one up here to the dining room. But there are 2 other doors that you could investigate. And if you want to know anything particular about the den or the dining room, I can go over it again.
Should we announce we're here?
Do we hear anything?
No.
Well, if there's a monster here, I don't think calling out's a good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, it's true.
I feel right creeping around someone's home.
You sure we can't use oil and fire?
So this little room right here is a cloak room. And inside, several black cloaks hang from hooks, and a top hat sits on a high shelf.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like dying.
Anyone want a hat?
I'm going to avoid touching things, personally.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, Pixel, I see you stepped into the dining room there. Let me tell you a little bit more about what you see here. So, the centerpiece of this wood panel dining room is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which is covered with resplendent silverware and crystalware polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany-framed painting of an alpine vale. The wall paneling is carved with elegant images of deer among the trees. Red silk drapes cover the windows, and a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing a wolf hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall. And it should be noted, the northeast-south orientation of this map is a little screwy, so when I say south wall, I'm talking about to the right.
Is there anything on the table, like settings?
So the table, you find a resplendent feast of meats, fruits, and cheeses laid out on it. In front of each of the table's 8 high-backed chairs is a place setting, and every plate holds morsels of food. Each shows signs of recently having been eaten. It looks as if a dinner party left mid-meal.
Looks as if a what?
A dinner party left it mid-meal.
It's fresh still.
Can't have been that long ago. Are the kids with us, or do we leave them outside?
They're too scared to come in the house. They wanted to wait outside.
Got it.
I left the dog with them to keep them safe.
Oh, okay. I'll put Spaz
good
out
idea.
here.
Is this door open, Dan? That's in front of me?
Let me see. Yes.
It is open. Okay.
Yep. And where you're looking around there, that is a kitchen and pantry are over here just outside of the door to the dining room.
Hey, Dan, areas we've seen aren't staying lit. Just FYI.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's a setting or what.
It is. It should be. And I thought it was all set, all right, but it's not. Okay. Now it should work.
Yep, there we go. Perfect.
The kitchen is tidy with dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves, and a work table has a cutting board and rolling pin atop it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall, its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door leading to a pantry. Both the kitchen and pantry are completely bare of any food. The shelves of the pantry are lined instead by empty burlap sacks that used to contain flour and grains of various sorts. Hanging on the walls of the kitchen and inside drawers are various cooking implements that could serve as improvised weapons if you needed any. Meat cleavers, butcher knives, and iron pans are available in abundance. And you found a dumbwaiter in the wall. Behind a small door in the southwest corner is a dumbwaiter, a 2-foot wide stone shaft containing a wooden elevator box attached to a simple rope and pulley mechanism that is operated manually. the shaft connects to the servants' quarters upstairs, and then typically they would connect to the master bedroom. But you would have to go up in the dumbwaiter to find out. A small character can squeeze into the elevator box with a DC 10 acrobatics check. Or you could elect to not crawl into the tiny box and become isolated from the rest of your party.
Yeah, probably not the best idea. Are the stairs up or down or both?
The stairs, the red marble staircase is up.
Okay. So we haven't seen a way to go down to the basement yet.
Right.
Strange, the pantries are empty, but the food
but
is
there's
rather
food on the
fresh.
table, right?
Last meal.
Maybe.
Has anyone gone to the room to the west down on this map?
I
Yeah.
don't think anyone has. You've looked at this den from the outside, but you haven't gone into it since you've been in the house, or at least not that
I'll
I
kind of
noticed.
very delicately poke my head in there.
Sure. The oak-paneled room looks like a hunter's den. There's a stag's head mounted above the fireplace, and 3 stuffed wolves. 2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth, with an oak table between them, supporting a cask of wine, 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs. 2 cabinets stand against the walls. The east cabinet sports a lock, and the north cabinet appears to be unlocked.
I'm gonna take a peek in the north cabinet.
Okay, the north cabinet is unlocked and holds a small box containing a deck of playing cards and an assortment of wine glasses. Isn't that lovely? You can use it as a grab gift.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
All right, that leaves the east cabinet sporting a lock.
Well, that's not gonna stop me.
You can give me a dexterity check with your thieves' tools.
Yep. Ooh, it will stop me.
Yes, it will.
As I watch her doing that, I'll say, "Oh, is that really appropriate? We shouldn't. I mean, we're here to rescue a baby."
Yeah, but locked
Maybe-
doors are very tempting.
I just had to see.
That's what we're doing. And Murmur just kind of stares off into the distance like a baby, right? Like trying to remember really hard.
There could be a map to show us where to go.
Right.
Never know what you might find in a locked cabinet.
Could find a baby.
Right? For all you
That
know, the
would be
baby was in there.
unfortunate. I would hope that's not the case.
So that seems to have covered most of the, if not all of the first floor.
No signs of anyone yet.
No.
No signs of a way down is the weirder part.
Hmm. And the kids mentioned the basement.
Yeah.
You think we have to go up to go down? As weird as that sounds.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, but this house doesn't make a lot of sense right now.
This is true. Lead the way.
Did
Should
we
we
ask
ask
the
others?
kids?
Yeah.
That's true. Let's go ask the kids.
That's too easy.
Murmur will just make her way to the door. Can yeah, she'll just head out to see if she can just talk to the kids and see how
We
their
didn't
house
see. we didn't-
works.
We didn't see any
Um,
entrances on the outside of the house for the basement.
The kids say that there's a stairwell to the basement from the attic.
From
The attic?
Right.
That sounds very strange.
Winchester Mystery House thing going on
The
here.
attic. The attic. The attic is all she says.
The dumbwaiter that's in the kitchen, does that go down, I wonder?
It doesn't. This is the
It
bottom.
doesn't. Gotcha. Doesn't go down any further into the basement.
That is correct.
Hmm.
So that leaves one choice, right?
Pretty much.
Yep, it is.
Pretty. All right. I'll start moving you over. The floor second floor is on the same page, so I'm just shuffling you over as you step on the stairs. I'll move your token over. And let me tell you what you see as you get up here. Unlit oil lamps are mounted on the walls of this elegant hall. Hanging above the mantelpiece is a wood-framed portrait of the Durst family. Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, with their two smiling children, Rose and Thorn. Cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother regards with a hint of scorn. Standing suits of armor flank the wooden doors in the east and west walls. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visored helm shaped like a wolf's head. The doors are carved with dancing youths. And the red marble staircase that started on the first floor continues its upward spiral. And a cold draft can be felt coming down the steps.
Now, does the stair still go up, right?
Yep, you can get off on this floor and you can check out the double doors either to the east or west right here, or you could move on up to the third floor.
Do you want to clear it or you draw on them all?
Well, what we know is the monster's in the basement, but we don't know where the others are. We should probably check.
Just
There's
check.
also some kind of specter on the third floor, and someone has hung themselves in the bedroom.
Well, that could explain the half-eaten dinner.
That's some bad cooking.
I didn't quite mean that, but yeah. We should definitely take a peek here just to make sure.
Clear the floor.
Yeah, just I'm gonna go in and open up the what is that? The east doors, I guess.
Right? All right. I absolutely hate when they don't orient the map
I know.
the right way. It makes it so unnecessarily complicated. Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and matching high-back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves. So this is a big library.
Boring.
The desk
I'll go
has
check.
several items resting atop it: an oil lamp, jar of ink, quill pen, a tinderbox, and a letter kit containing a red wax candle, 4 blank sheets of parchment, and a wooden seal bearing the Durst family insignia of a windmill. The
Safina
desk-
is so uninterested that she's already left.
I can see Caldrin is near the desk now. He has found the desk drawer is empty except for an iron key.
Okay, I'll take that key. I'm also just gonna glance at the bookshelves to see if I see anything that's obviously
Sure.
valuable or it seems out of place?
Sure. The bookshelves hold hundreds of tomes covering a range of topics including history, warfare, and alchemy. There are also several shelves containing first edition collected works of poetry and fiction. Um, in addition to the other items on the desk is a small framed oil painting of a dog. Its pose is regal, and the painting goes to great lengths to detail the luster of the dog's dark fur. At the bottom of the painting is written the name Sophaxis.
Sophaxis.
Right, I'm going to paste that in the chat here so
Okay.
you can see. That's how it's spelled, Sophaxis.
Okay. Keldrin enviously looks at the books, reminds himself that he's not a thief, and heads back out of this room.
Bardor, why don't you make a perception check?
Did you see it?
I did not. What'd you get?
Oh, let me get it so you can see it. Can you see it yet?
No, I don't
no.
think
I
you're.
failed both. So I got a 5 both times. So
Okay, I think we're probably going to have to do some work offline about synchronizing your Beyond 20 plugin to work right. But we'll do that offline during the week.
okay.
But in either way, you failed your perception check, so I'm not going to tell you what I was going to tell you. It looks like Safina and Darian have moved down here to the door.
Guys, there's another door down here. Let's go.
So this is the Conservatory. Gossamer drapes cover the windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men, women, and children singing and playing instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece.
Safina goes down and starts kind of hammering on the harpsichord with no clue what she's doing at all.
Right. Now, what's easily missed when you look on the map too is that there's another door right here at the top of the marble stairs here. If you all see that ping.
Yep.
That's an easy to miss door, so I'll go ahead and pop that one open for you too. And that leads to servants' quarters. And you can see the dumbwaiter in this corner of the room, and a closet that has tidy servants' uniforms hanging from hooks. But not much to do in there.
Should we head to the third floor?
Yeah, up we go.
Absolutely. I'll move everybody on up. All right, so Safina, why don't you freeze right there while I read to you a juicy description of where you're going. Now, you have climbed the red marble staircase to its full height and come to a dusty balcony with a suit of black plate armor standing against one wall, draped in cobwebs. When you reach the third floor balcony, all lamps and fires within the house simultaneously extinguish themselves, and the highly polished wood paneling on the walls and floors lose their luster, age, and crack. Cobwebs and dust appear on surfaces and walls. On the outside of the house, bricks will appear to cover up the windows and doors so as to trap the party inside the manor house.
Safina steps back slowly. I don't know what I did.
Oil lamps mounted on the oak-paneled walls, which are carved with woodland scenes of trees, falling leaves, and tiny critters. And there is a suit of armor, another suit of armor standing on the balcony. You can see several doors, both to the east and west.
Is it
Safina's-
still? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
She's a bit scared. Kind of goes back down the stairs a little bit past everyone.
Is it still lit inside, or has it become dark?
It's become dark now. You guys need your light sources now. Those of you that can't see.
Who has a torch?
I've got a lantern.
I'll cast prestidigitation to light the lantern.
Okay, very good. Why use a tinderbox when you have prestidigitation?
Heck yeah.
If magic can do it, that makes it better. All right, so you guys are all on the stairs, and you're a little taken aback by the change. The first two floors, everything was nice and polished and in good working order, but now everything has changed, and the house has gone a little matrix on you. It's the windows are all bricked up now.
Somebody
Don't
else
suppose this-
go.
Is this the attic?
This is the third floor.
Oh, I was asking in character.
I don't know. It's dark.
I'll whisper. Through that door to the west, there was the incorporeal specter, and through that double door to the east, I think that was the room where someone had hung themselves.
You are correct.
I don't really like either option. So, if one of you wants to decide.
Right now, you're all just huddled on the stairs, like a bunch of scaredy cats.
Come on, gents, let's go.
All right, there, Darian's got some balls. He steps onto the balcony, and the suit of armor that was there animates and attacks. See, that wasn't so bad. And we can all roll for our first initiative.
Ooh, big money, no whammies.
Is anybody new to Roll20 might not know that the best way to do this is to single left click on your token so that you have it selected. So when you roll your initiative, it shows up in the turn order. Two, three, four. Who are we missing? We're missing.
Yeah, I think that's me. I accidentally I forgot about that. It's been a little while.
No problem. So that's Murmur got a 5. Looks like I have to add Murmur. Okay.
I just noticed my old name.
Oh, right.
Right.
You know why? Okay.
I thought it was just the character token for a second, so I didn't say anything, but...
No. It didn't get updated. Remember the Wandering Bride. Let me fix that before.
You can just keep it as Murmur. It was just the title I like to give her.
Sure.
Just save you some space.
There we go. All right, that should fix that. All right, who we missing from initiative now? 1, 2, 3,
Probably
4,
me.
5. Looks like we're missing 2. Who was the other one?
That'd be me.
Okay, Josh. Okay, and Josh, I'm still remembering the names. That's why I have this spreadsheet so I can remember Josh is Pixel. Okay. No, but Pixel, you're on there.
Nah, it's me, Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. Okay. I'll get better at this. Dylan.
Didn't get much worse.
Derry. Oh.
Oh man.
If you roll it in the thing, how do you make it show? Or did you get mine?
Well, I think. Okay, I see where you rolled a d20. Wow, and you got a 20. Oh, I guess really initiative. This is some of the first d20 rolls we make, and we haven't made a lot of them. So Darian got 16. Okay, and then we will add. Where is Bardor? Okay, add turn for Bardor, and Bardor. What's your dexterity bonus?
Nothing.
Okay, so you got a straight 20. Okay. All right, and with that, we can kick off our first combat here. So, Caldrin, as your party was coming up these stairs and they stepped on the landing, this suit of armor animated and started making a hostile move for him, but your lightning reflexes have got you the first action. What would you like to do?
And between me and it, there's a lot of people cluttering the stairway, it looks like.
Right, you have a line of sight directly to the creature. Albeit you're looking over a railing to do it. But
Okay, I will sort of shout, look out behind you to, sorry, I forget which tiefling this is. Who's that?
That's Darian.
Okay, Darian. All these tieflings look the same to me, so I'm gonna get confused.
That's racist.
I'll remember that.
So Darian, I'll shout Darian behind you, and I'll cast Hold the Dying at the creature.
Ooh, what's that? Can you show me that? What that spell is?
It is. I think I just did it. Did it show up?
I didn't
Maybe
see it.
not.
No.
Okay, hold on 1 second. How?
Send to VTT.
Oh, yep. Sorry. Cast on VTT. There we go. Still not display in VTT. Okay,
There it goes.
Maybe that
Told
worked.
the Dead. All right. So, Told the Dead. You point at one creature you see within range, and a sound of a dolorous? What is that word? Dolorous bell fills the air. For a moment, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. Here comes a wisdom saving throw. He is not particularly good at wisdom. So he has gone ahead and failed that. So he takes 8 necrotic damage. He doesn't have any kind of special resistances to necrotic, so he takes all 8 of that. And is there any secondary effect with Toll the Dead? No? Okay, just damage. Okay, alright, very good. And if that does it for your turn, Caladrin, we can go to Safina.
Okay, Safina is going to launch an arrow towards the armor.
All right.
First time playing a rogue, so I've got an ally within 5 feet, so that's sneak damage
attack,
too, right?
Right. You can do that once per turn. Okay, armor class 18. He's got a tough armor class, so your shot
brutal.
just tinged off of this suit of living armor.
Okay.
All right, and if that's it for Safina for her opening turn, we'll go to Bardor.
I'm behind someone, aren't I?
You are. You can move through an ally's space. It's just difficult terrain, so it costs extra. You got plenty of movement to get there. We do have a flanking rule. That is a house rule. I'll take a moment since we're doing combat to show you here that you can get a +2 on your attack roll if you manage to get flanking on an enemy creature. So, Bardo, for your example, if you wanted to step down here, you would get this animated armor in flanking with Darian and get a +2 on your attack roll. Okay, so that's a big miss. All right.
Oh yeah, I just smacked myself in the head.
Right. All right, and then we go to Pixel.
Pixel is going to draw a vial from her pouch, and she's going to let's see what happens. Oops.
Ooh, okay, so she tries the chill touch. And the attack roll doesn't make it. And so if there's nothing else for Pixel to do on this turn, we will go to Mr. Darian, who has flanking on the suit of armor.
Alright, cool. Maybe the only thing I can do, try to hit it with my sword.
That's even with the +2, brings it up to 17, and this thing, being a living suit of armor, has armor class 18, so you just missed. And we'll go to Marius on the stairs.
All right, I'm gonna, I guess, run up. 5, 6, just made it. I'm gonna do the same thing. Literally the only thing I can do. I'm gonna try and hit it with my sword.
Okay. Unfortunately, 14 doesn't do it. You're hitting this thing, but it's so strong that you're not denting it, and you're barely scratching it.
That's it.
And this is where we're going to look at one of my other things. I've elaborated on the standard actions in combat. With this handout here, it gives you a few other options. And I am looking at the shove option, which the suit of armor is going to make on Marius. He's going to try to push Marius over the railing so that he falls 3 stories.
Okay.
So using the attacks action, he's going to make a shove attack. Says the target can't be a size larger than you, and instead of making an attack roll, he has to make an athletics check contested by Marius's either athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
You can choose which one you want.
Sure.
So here comes the athletics check from my guy. Ooh, he got an 18.
I'm gonna use my reaction to cast the spell Silvery Barbs
Okay.
when he does this.
Okay, let's...
Did that show up?
It did. When you magically distract the triggering creature and it turns its momentary uncertainty into encouragement, the triggering creature must roll a d20 on the attack roll and use the lower roll.
Yeah, and then I choose a different creature I see within range to get an advantage on their next ability check, which I will give to Marius.
All right, look at that. Now, I just happened to roll that athletics check with advantage, so we'll say the 12 represents the second d20 roll, so that turned a successful shove, or actually, to determine its success, Marius has to. Oh, you made an athletics check at 14, so that beats 12. So you do not get shoved. If you succeed.
Nice.
Okay, so I was looking forward to.
That's a great
pushing
spell. That's a artificer spell? What is that?
No, it's a wizard spell. It's from the latest. It's the Strixhaven.
Yeah,
book.
I've never seen. That's a great spell. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's a little OP to be honest.
Yeah,
but
that's really good.
it's official. So
So, the animated armor has multi-attack. That attempted shove was one of them. It
Okay.
didn't work. So, in his frustration, he's going to try to hit you instead, and he misses. And then we go to Murmur.
Are we doing the cards?
You know what? Yes, but that was one of my rules. I was going to
Okay.
wait. I was going to wait until somebody ran into it to explain how that works. All right,
Okay.
Murmur, what you got?
Yeah, I think it takes her definitely a second to process what's going on. She's just gonna be like, "Oh, right, it's not supposed to do that." She's just gonna whack it with her with what's on hand, her torch. I guess that would be.
When in doubt, smite.
It's just a torch, yeah. So when I make an unarmed strike, then.
A torch. I mean, if that's what you want to use to hit, you'd make a normal attack roll, but it only does 1 fire damage when you hit.
All right, you know what? Instead, that's like her first instinct, but then I think she remembers she has some stuff, so she drops her bag on the floor, shuffles around in it, and she's just gonna pull out a little hand axe that she has and just whack it with that.
Yeah, that will do better. All right, and you just miss. Again, attacking a suit of living armor is tough. And that takes us back to the top of the order for Caladrin.
I will do the same thing, which is cast Toll the Dead. So sorry, still getting used to the Roll20 interface here. Let's see, how do I do that again? I just did it. There we go. There's a delay that happens with it. Sorry for that.
Right.
There we go.
Because you're running from beyond, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly why. All right, so he made his wisdom save, so he doesn't take the 1 necrotic damage. He had a bad damage roll too, so not your luck this turn, but we will see what Safina can do.
Frustrated after the first one, she's gonna fire a second one off at him. Still nothing. Now she's getting angry.
All right.
That's it.
Bardor, what do you got? You got flanking.
I'm going to smack it.
And ooh,
That's not going to get it. Oh, I actually got a +4, so I don't know.
No, you need to beat 18. So, all right, it's a frustrating battle. You guys got your hands full with this guy. What do you got, Pixel?
Pixel is going to reach into her other pouch and hurl like a marble of acid at it and see if that's any more effective
All right.
than the ghostly hand.
A dex save for him. He's not super dexterous, and he failed, so he takes 4 acid damage. Any secondary effect from that?
No.
No, just the damage. Okay, all right. Nice lob. Ticking him down, and we go to Darian.
I'm going to try to smack him again.
Okay.
Nope.
+2. Oh, 9, nope. All right. Marius.
I'm gonna move. Right here. Question.
Yes.
Can I use that same shove thing that you did to try and shove him to the right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I am going to try and do just that. I'm
All
going
right.
to try and shove him towards the stair.
All right, so do an athletics check.
And Marius, I think you should have advantage because you didn't end up using it on that saving throw from that spell.
He beats you.
So do I have advantage on it or no? Yes.
I'm not sure what the advantage was from.
So it's from silvery barbs, where
Right. Oh,
you
right.
take.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Now we can't leave you on that spot. You gotta move over one, or open a door, because you've got two doors right next to you. One to the north and one to the west.
What? I guess open this door? Like I got pushed, he pushed me?
Yeah, you are standing on Bardor's spot.
Oh no, I meant to be like right here.
Yeah, that spot's occupied by Bardor.
I'm standing on. I don't understand. Bardor is.
Bardor is another character?
I know, but on my screen it shows him where my token is right now.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I moved to this space right here.
I see. Well, what I'm looking at, Bardor is actually sitting directly under. So I don't know. That's weird. I've never encountered that before.
Yeah, I'm directly under is where I put
Right.
myself.
Right.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll stay there then. But the
All right.
5 o'clock from him.
All right. And then we'll go to the animated armor. He's got a couple of decisions to make on who to attack. He's got 4 people around him. Let's roll a d4 and randomize this and see what we get. Darian 1, Murmur 2, Bardor 3, Marius 4. Coming at Bardor.
That sounds familiar.
Does a 16 hit?
18 armor class.
No, it doesn't. All right, here comes a second attack. 16 again. So he misses. All right, and then we go to Murmur. You are muted, Rebecca.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hand axe 14.
So I was trying to say she was gonna just whack him again, not really knowing what else to do.
Right. Well, everybody gang up on the thing, and we're at the top of the order again.
Wow. I'm just going to do the same thing again, sort of shouting extra loud in frustration that this is not working well. We'll see how that does. I'm trying to miss hit points.
Wisdom
There you
save.
go.
That was from earlier.
Failed. 10 necrotic damage. Nice. Now, just to explain a little bit, one of the plugins I use here shows a colored halo around each of the tokens. That is a general representation of their health, so you can see that the animated armor has moved into the orange color. It shifts from green to red, so orange is, you're well on your way to getting him down.
Okay. And then I would also like to move up kind of to the top of the stairs there.
Absolutely. All right. And if that's it for Caladrin, we'll go to Sabina.
He's gonna do the same thing. Last try before she gets really angry. Oh,
17.
so close.
So close. What you got, Bardor?
Nothing that time, right?
No, I don't see it.
Why didn't that broadcast over?
Ooh. All right. We'll introduce luck cards next week. We'll we'll layer that on. But just to give you a preview, over on the right side of your screen, you should see these blue and red decks. They look like they got D20s on them, little card decks. Whenever you roll a 1 or a D20, we utilize these cards, and basically, in short, a blue card is something lucky, and a red card is something unlucky. And you can hold on to that card and play it at a later time. For example, a lucky card might be you get a plus D8 bonus on a saving throw. And you can hold on to that card until you make a saving throw and then use it to get an extra D8. That's something called the luck deck that every iteration of my game has included it, and everyone really likes it. So even if you're skeptical at first, you might see that it's a fun thing to play with. But
Are you still stacking them or just one?
By the rule, it says just one, and I'm thinking about trying to play it that way.
Okay, give it a shot.
You could, if you have one and you get another 20, you could pick a blue card and then decide which one after you wanted to keep and just give the other one up.
Okay, cool.
All right, so Bardor rolled a 1, and we go to Pixel.
Pixel is going to hurl another acid bauble at it.
All right.
As it was more effective.
Dexterity save. Failed. 5 acid damage.
Little by little.
Little by little. Every little bit adds up. What do you got, Darian?
Oh, same old. See if I can do it this time.
Smite away.
He got.
Hey, a hit. For 5 slashing damage. Excellent work. All right. Marius, you can end this fight.
Do the same. Card of the cards. Yeah.
19.
Nice.
9 points of damage. All right. And the animated obstruction collapses into pieces on the floor. Congratulations. Let me give you your XP reward for that fight.
Is that the monster?
So we're going to make that 50 XP each. And if you don't know how to edit your XP, you can ask, and we can help you with it.
Is everyone else hearing an echo?
Yeah.
Oh, so Roll20 will broadcast. So if you have, since we're playing in Discord, it's picking up the mic. So if you go into your settings, you can turn that off.
Right. In Roll20, if you click on the gear in the panel on the right side, scroll all the way down, and you're looking for the entries that say, I want to broadcast and I want to receive, and make sure that you've disabled all those and hit the reconnect button. That should take care of hearing it twice.
Yep, that worked. Thank you.
You got it.
It was weird that it started in the middle of what we were doing, though.
All right, so again, that's 50 XP each for this fight. Congratulations on getting through your first fight. I don't even think any of you got tagged for anything. I think it missed you all the times. I almost got killed. It almost, how much damage would it have done? Let's just see. So 8 points of damage. It wouldn't have killed you. It would have fucked you up, but it wouldn't have killed you. All right, excellent. So we got through that part, and we're just about at 10 o'clock. I'm comfortable going for another half hour, but I always like to ask at the 3-hour mark if anybody has to go, or if we're in a particularly good place to wrap it up for anybody else. Other than that, I can see that we should be able to push on for another half an hour.
I can't. I've got a pretty hard stop at 7.
Gotcha.
Pretty much every time we play. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. No worries at all.
I get the look. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. All right. So let's see what else we do. We'll get more into the luck deck next week, and we'll make that live. But just as an example, I'll deal a couple out to everybody. So I've dealt everybody one of the blue cards, and if you look down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the little cards showing up next to your avatar. If you click on that, a gray box opens up, and you should be able to read your own card.
Oh, nice.
I cannot.
Make sure it's on your own that you're trying to read.
Oh yeah, there's a paladin. It's like it's gonna be
Right, and if you want to play one of these cards, what you do is after you've kind of opened up the gray box that shows it to you, you can drag it out onto the play surface, and you'll see it kind of drops like that. Sometimes with the dynamic lighting, it's hard to read what it is, but suffice to say, that's how you play one of the cards, is taking it out and dropping it like that. So again, that just gives you a little bit of idea of how that works. I can recall all these cards now. And let's see, what else do we have to get into? All right. Yeah, so I think we had a pretty good, successful first session. We got you into the first little mini adventure here in Durst Manor. And thank you to everybody who has prepaid at this point. If it was something you enjoyed and you want to come back next week, just hit me up sometime during the week on Venmo or PayPal, and we will pick up right at this same spot next week. Did anybody have any questions or anything else before I officially call it for the night?
Good.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, spoons, thank you very much, and you have yourselves a great week. We'll certainly be talking in the chat, and until next Tuesday night, have a good one.
Y'all have a good one.
Nice.
Good night.
Right on.
Good night, all.
Good night.
See you guys.